It was a dark and stormy night when Sarah arrived at the remote cabin in the woods. She was excited to spend a weekend away from the city and enjoy the peace and quiet of nature. However, the cabin's eerie atmosphere put her on edge. As she settled in for the night, she heard strange noises coming from outside. She dismissed them as just the wind and tried to go back to sleep. But the sounds continued, getting louder and more persistent. She got up to investigate, grabbing a flashlight for comfort. Outside, she saw a figure in the distance. It was a man, stumbling towards her, his clothes torn and bloody. Sarah froze in fear, unsure of what to do. As the figure got closer, she saw that it was Mark, her friend who was supposed to arrive the next day. Mark was in a terrible state, barely able to speak. Sarah helped him inside the cabin and tended to his wounds. Mark explained that he had been attacked by something in the woods, something that wasn't human. Despite Sarah's initial fear, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about Mark. He seemed paranoid and delusional, ranting about how they were being watched and that they needed to leave the cabin immediately. As the night wore on, Sarah heard more strange noises outside. But whenever she went to investigate, she found nothing. Mark's behavior became more erratic, and Sarah became more convinced that something was seriously wrong. The next morning, Sarah woke up to find Mark gone. She searched the cabin and the surrounding woods but found no trace of him. As she was about to leave to seek help, she noticed something strange outside. There were footprints leading away from the cabin, but they weren't human. They were large, with claw-like toes and a strange pattern that Sarah couldn't make sense of. She realized that Mark had been telling the truth about being attacked by something inhuman. As she tried to make her way through the woods to find help, Sarah heard something following her. She couldn't see anything, but she could hear the creature's heavy breathing and the rustling of leaves as it moved closer. Sarah ran as fast as she could, but the creature was too fast. It caught up to her, and she felt its hot breath on her neck. Just as she thought it was all over, there was a loud gunshot, and the creature fell to the ground. It was Mark, who had somehow managed to escape from the creature and find a weapon. He explained that he had been attacked by the creature earlier that night and managed to fight it off. He had been hiding in the woods, waiting for it to return. Mark and Sarah made their way back to the cabin, where they waited until help arrived. They told their story to the authorities, but no one believed them. They were both traumatized by their experience and vowed never to return to the cabin in the woods.